Hey everyone, it's Gio for footballbook.pro. Welcome back. Week 17, that last week, I can't believe it's here. Kind of voodoo week. You never know what's going to happen because some teams are going to be sitting some players. The first game we're going to look at, Miami's at New England. I think New England will be one of those teams that does sit players there. The Patriots are -4. About 5 years ago, the Patriots lost Week 17. It was the only time they've lost their Week 17 game at home, and it was against Miami. And 5 years before that, well, they did the same thing. Miami beat them in New England again. Like I've been saying all year, I just keep winning money betting Miami on the road, and we get points. We'll get 4 points here, and so let's take Miami plus the 4 points. Game 2 we'll look at is Buffalo at the Jets. The Jets are favored by 1 point, maybe 1.5, depending on what you see. There's another team that probably will be sitting out players. LaDainian Tomlinson looks like he's out. Quarterback Mark Sanchez is probably going to get pulled early, and the Bills play really well. And let's take Buffalo in a bit of an upset. That doesn't really is not really going to affect the Jets at all. Let's take Buffalo +1. Game number 3 we'll look at is Oakland at Kansas City. The Chiefs are 3.5 point favorites here. Oakland's 5-0 in the division this year, and the road team in this really hotly contested series is 19-7-1 against the spread. The dog is actually 7-0 against the spread, and the Chiefs don't need this game. I look for the Raiders to cover, maybe even win. Let's take the Raiders +3.5. Game number 4 is Dallas at Philadelphia. The Eagles are favored by just under a touchdown, -6.5. No Michael Vick, and looks like no Deshaun Jackson for the Eagles. And Philadelphia is also coming off that very short week. They played the first Tuesday game in NFL in the NFL in about 60 years, where they lost. Dallas, they haven't lost a game by more than 3 points since Week 9, if I remember. 6.5 points might be a little too much for this one. Whether or not Dallas wins the game outright, 6.5 is too much. Let's take the Cowboys +6.5. And the fifth game we'll look at is that tilt for the NFC West. It's St. Louis at Seattle. The Rams are 3 point favorites here. This is basically a pick'em game. Somebody's got to win that sad sack division, and I forget the fact that Seattle's at home this week. For all the marbles, let's take the better team, and let's take the Rams and give up the 3 points. Okay, we're going to look at 4 over-unders. Number 1 is Oakland at Kansas City. Here you've got the numbers 1 and 2 rushing teams in the NFL. I think they're going to pound the ball a lot and just eat up a lot of time. Let's take under 43.5. Game number 2 is Cincinnati at Baltimore. Baltimore really wants to win this game. I think they're going to, the defense is going to show up big here. And Cincinnati has played really well since Ocho Cinco and Terrell Owens haven't been playing. They've actually won a couple of games. But I think Baltimore takes care of business, especially on the defensive side of the ball, and will go under 43. The third game we'll look at is Arizona at San Francisco. The number is 38.5. It's a bit low. Unless there's some special teams touchdowns, I don't see very much points being scored here. A couple of lousy offenses. Let's take under 38.5. And the fourth game is Dallas at Philadelphia. I mentioned that the Eagles are missing a couple of key players, but Dallas will score 30 points, and they'll probably give up 30 points. That's what they've done all year, and we've made a lot of money off of it. So let's take over on that one. And a suicide pick, it's Carolina-Atlanta. We'll take the Falcons, who will stomp all over Carolina. And so take Atlanta. I'd just like to thank everyone for supporting our website this year. We had people from all across Canada and the United States, South America, Europe, India, China, Australia. We had people from just about everywhere in the world, and I really appreciate your support. And a special shout out to the guys at the Minnesota Vikings Nations Forum. Thank you for everything that you've done as well. And we started the season off a little bit slow, but we came on strong towards the end, and we made a lot of money. And hopefully I'll be able to buy a better camera to improve my videos, or I'll do what my good friend Fatter Bike in Duluth, Minnesota says I should do, and maybe get some liposuction on my face. That should help the videos. But I'd just like to thank everyone for supporting our website, and we're going to even be better next year. And I'd like to wish everyone right now a Happy New Year, and we'll see you next week in the playoffs. Bye-bye.